What is going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. You didn't expect to see me on here, did ya? Caught you by surprise, a little bit off guard. I'm gonna go ahead and pin. We're going to go through some different information, maybe not something that you're used to hearing. It's really interesting, and I think we got some paradigms shifted this weekend. That's why we say events change situations, because they give you information. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and kick us off. How many of you on this call, we got 239 on this call. Yo, shout out to you guys, 242 going up. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on. Honestly, you're gonna want a fresh new notebook for this. So if you were taking notes beforehand, get a fresh new sheet started. If you're taking notes on your laptop, get a fresh new sheet started. So I'm gonna mute everyone. Perfect. Okay, so how many of you guys have heard that people in this industry, only the people at the top make money? Has anyone ever heard that? Anyone ever hear that this is a pizza? Oh, no. Yes, I like pizza. I like pizza too. So the information that we're gonna go through today is going to show you how that's not true. You know, it's really cool to make residual income. We could all agree on that, right? Residual income allows you to have a little bit more wiggle room, to put it towards bills, to put it towards some crypto. We understand that $1 isn't worth $1, right? We understand that 150 isn't worth 150, that 600 isn't worth 600, that $1,000 isn't worth $1,000. We're gonna break that down for you guys. So in your notes, if you'd be so kind to break these down for me, I'm gonna go through what your rank is actually worth. I'll give you a heads up. P1 isn't P1. So the first two ranks that we have, actually the first three. The first one is 2 and free, right? That's beautiful. That's where you actually get something for referring to friends or family members or even complete strangers to this life-changing industry, right? 2 and free is amazing because you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, not the smartest person in the class. You don't have to write an essay. If you guys don't like writing, congratulations, you can get a full ride scholarship. The next rank is P150. So if you're writing notes, this is where you can put P150 equals 150. What does that mean? Your rank kind of gives away how much you make residually, base price. I'll add that in there. So P150 equals 150, right? This rank, you actually are making more than your personally enrolled customers and your team for the most part. And then what happens? Your 3 people also want to go 2 and free, or also want to grow residual income, because we know that one stream of income is not it in 2021, right? So what happens when your 3 people also go P150? And then we got some other people hopping on board, other customers that want to learn. That's how you hit P600. So in your notes, go ahead and put P600 equals 600. At P600, you're making $600 a month divided by 4 weeks, your paid week. That's $150 a week. So you just went from $150 a month to $150 a week. At P600, you probably have 3 P150s, or you could anyway. So we're going to break down why, starting from here on out, your team actually makes more money than you. Well, from the next rank on out. P150 equals 150, right? So if you have 3 P150s on your team, 150 plus 150 equals 300. 300 plus 150 equals 450. Your team is making $450 that month. You're making 600. Did you notice how your team is kind of catching up to you? This is the level that makes the most difference, or where it starts to kind of switch things up. We're shifting direction here. Write down P1000. See, P600 is the flagship rank in this industry, in IM and QC. It's where you show duplication. Because not only have you hit P150, but you've shown 3 people how to hit P150, right? That's awesome. That's super dope. P1000, now we're talking about leadership. And in leadership, well, a title is the lowest form of leadership. Payment is the lowest form of leadership. But P1000 is where you get your team paid more than you get you paid. Let me explain myself. In your notes, go ahead and write P1000 equals $1,000 USD, right? So you went from $600 a month, 150 weekly, to $1,000 a month, which is 250 weekly. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's about 12K a year, which is dope. Imagine having a 12K raise at work. It's nice. Base price, that's not including bonuses or anything like that. But P1000 is where your team makes more than you. So this is how much money from here on out you're helping your team make. At P1000, you probably have 2 P600s minimum. Remember, this is not a binary structure. In this industry, you have to have 3 teams. So minimum, you should have 2 P600s, 2 teams of 12 in order for you to have a team of 30. Let me know if you guys are following along. So at P1000, 2 P600s, which makes how much? $600 each. So 600 plus 600 is what? 1,200. So already your 2 P600s are making more than you. Your team's already making more than you. And we don't stop there. At P1K, you're racking up, you're duplicating, you become a P150 factory. Because in order for your P600s to be P600s, they have to have P150s. So you're probably sitting at or helping a team, an organization of 2 P600s that each have 3 P150s minimum, right? Your whole team. So let's say 3 plus 3 P150s, that's 6. And then of course, we can't forget that third team, that third leg. So let's say we have 8 P150s on our team. So we just went from making $1,000 a month, but our team is making $2,400. This is why we say that it's not the people at the top making the money. Everything is an exchange of energy. Everything is an exchange of information. I help you, you help me. You push me up, I pull you up. That's why this is more so of a Taurus than anything, in my opinion. So P1000, you're making $1,000 a month, but you are helping your team make base price $2,400 a month. They've just out-earned you. But it's awesome because without you, they don't get there. And without them, you don't get there. You see where I'm going with this, guys? The next one is the one that I'm really, really excited to express to you guys because we got a few of us on here. So the next rank is what? P2000. P2000, you just went from a team of 30 people minimum to a team of 75 minimum. What does that entail? At P2000, you're making $2,000. That's cool. We just went from $250 a week to $500 a week. That's a nice push. That's double. But at P2000, you should have minimum 2 P1000s. And if you have 2 P1000s, who do they have on their team? They have P600s on their team. So at P2, with a team of 75 people, these are 75 family members, remember that, guys. We have 2 P1000s, more or less, give or take, 5 P600s. And at this point, again, you are duplicating. You are a P150 factory. You're helping people see the value, receive value, and also teach the value. You're probably sitting at about 20 P150s. So let's do some math here. We have 2 P1000s, $2,000. We have about 5 P600s, that's $3,000. 2,000 plus 3,000, 5,000. Cool. And then another $3,000 from the 20 P150s that we've been helping out. So this goes levels deep, of course. So your team, 5,000 plus 3,000, your team is making $8,000. You as a leader, you're making 2. So you're getting paid because what's the law of compensation? The law of compensation says that you will get paid in direct proportion to how much value you provide, which is awesome. Of course you're providing value. You're helping your team make $8,000. That's amazing. And the most exciting part about this, and this is an internal call, so of course we're talking about numbers. The most exciting part about this for me is that the jump from P2K to P5K, it's a steep jump, all right? We're gonna call it for what it is. P2K is 75 people. P5K is 225. There's a big difference there. So at P2K, minimum, your team is making $8,000, but that could range anywhere from $8,000 to $27,000. Let me tell you guys that when you're sitting at P2K, when you're going and you're helping people grow and grow and grow, and you're duplicating, you're working without an agenda, that's what true leadership is. I don't just have 2 P1000s on my team. I'm so happy and grateful for my team that has taken the information, everything that I've been able to teach them and everything that everyone else has been able to teach them. I've already duplicated a P2000. So we're well over that $8,000 mark already, right? And he's also duplicated P1000s. So we're well over that $8,000 mark. At P2K, you can range from helping your team, again, make anywhere from $8,000 to $27,000. You're making P2 money a month, $500 a week. That's great. But you're setting yourself up and your team up for so much more. 8,000 to 27,000. That's exponential. That's where true leadership comes in. That's where true value comes in. That's where true duplication comes in. And at this point, I don't know, I think I see the boys popping a lot more P2Ks. So be prepared for more flyers because that means that more people are winning. And if you haven't noticed in the chats, people are winning. People are learning. They are growing in every way possible, whether it be in terms of their understanding of money, their relationship with money, their understanding of the market, how money moves in the real world, which was a shake for me. And then, of course, their leadership skills, their communication skills, their people skills, their relationship with self. There's so much that you're learning along the way. And when you learn, this is what a leader does. A leader is one that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So when you're working with a team of 75 people minimum, and you're helping them make money and duplicate their leaders, the law of compensation states that minimum you deserve $2,000 a month. And from there, yes, P5K is a jump, but I'm so grateful for this leadership development phase because I know that my people are winning so much more. And there's nothing that could pay you enough to say, I don't want to see that. Like that is the best thing ever, seeing your people win, seeing your duplication. So I am so happy and grateful that the next one after P2, I'm super excited to be able to say that we'll hit P5000. And when we do that, we're going to see so much more growth. So in order for you guys to understand that, I'm actually going to pass it off to none other than Mike, who not only went from 2 and free for a year to jumping a couple ranks, P2000 to chairman in 20 days. He's going to explain why he did it and how he did it and the way that we can too. So what that means is that he's going to explain not only how you can deserve more money because you get the money that you deserve, right? He's also going to explain how to do it and get your team, your family members paid even more. So guys, you already know him from Go Live. Actually, you know him from everywhere. Let's just be real. Not just the trading, not just bounce back, English, Spanish, news articles, radio stations, interviews on TV. You know him from everywhere, right? So this is the person that obviously I spend the most time with. And we just really wanted to come on here and express that kind of information, shift your perspective a little bit. That's what he's done for me. And of course, that's what we're doing for you so that you can really see the value that this industry, this company, and this mentorship brings. So I'm going to step out of the way of greatness and have Mike take it away.
Sheesh. All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on? How's this energy? How are we feeling? Let's go. Let's go. 344 people on this call.
Sheesh.
Guys, I'm about to blow your mind, and Nancy helped me so much get that started. So thank you, guys. Let's go crazy for Nancy Aguilera, who absolutely broke down the pivotal ranks in this business. Guys, I want you to understand, right? I want you to understand what it really means to be P2000 on your way to P5000. And Nance just showed you. Nance just broke it down, right? It's not that you're making $2,000 a month minimum. It's that you're helping your team make $8,000 a month. Your team is eating every single month because you are P2000. Think about that. Minimum $8,000. Most people are somewhere from $8,000 to $27,000. Right? That means that the people who you've been working with for 3 months, 6 months, years, right? They actually have residual income. Guys, and this doesn't even include trading. This doesn't even include trading. This doesn't even include cryptos. This doesn't even include any e-commerce. Are you serious? Guys, the only ranks where your team isn't making more money than you is P150 and P600. Those are the only times throughout this whole time in the company that your team makes less. How amazing does that make you feel? Does it feel different now, knowing what your value is? Because here's the thing, some people, right? Some people do direct sales. And so they're saying, yeah, I do $8,000, right? In monthly sales. We do it different here. You get to say at P2000 that I made my team, that I helped them make at least $8,000, minimum 4 times more than what I made. That's insane. Think about that. As soon as you're on your jump from P6 to P1, right? That's where you're passing the baton off to your team. So a lot of times I see people that are like, man, I'm stuck at P600. I'm stuck at P600. I'm better than this. So many times I see people that are telling me, like, what do I do? Like, I need to hit P1 or I need to hit P2. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Remember, it's about how much is your team making. Whenever you're thinking, how do I get to that next level? How do I go one more rank? Remove the I and speak in we. How do we get to the next rank? Because you going from P600 to P1000, that's your team going from making $450 a month to making at least $2,400 a month. How amazing does it feel for all my P1000s here? For all my P1000s here right now, how amazing does it feel that at least minimum you're making your squad now $2,400? The whole squad, everybody eats, right? Everybody eats. So does it feel a little different now when you're on your P600 to P1000 run? Because I know there's P600s here, right? Drop a 7 if you're a P600 in the chat. Drop a 7 if you're a P600 in the chat right now. Let's go. You want to know why? Because, guys, the key point for creation, right, is it's a sweet spot. It's being so happy and grateful for where you are, patient with the results, but with a sense of urgency with your actions, knowing that everything that you want for yourself and your team is coming. So you're patient with the results, but you're urgent with the actions. And that's what we're here to do. Because guess what happens? Because like we mentioned, right, at P2000, very interesting things start to happen. Minimum at P2000, right, you have 2 P1000s, 5 P600s. And like Nancy said, it's a P150 factory. So we got 20 P150s. So at least $8,000. But we're going to make this jump to P5000. Oof. Oh, that jump is nice, right? Shout out to our P5000s on the squad right now, right? So shout out to Jordan LeSavage, shout out to Juan Rivera, and shout out to our newest P5000, right? Leila Levy. So guys, at P5, minimum, you're making your team $27,000. You're paying out a salary a month. Think about that. You're paying out, you're helping a salary be put out every single month for your team. $27K a month minimum. That means that's about $300,000 you made your team in a year at P5 minimum. 300,000. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down right now? You basically have a full-blown business. Imagine a physical, this is what's going on right now. How amazing does that feel? Does this give you a different perspective on where you're going in this team? Does it make you feel incredible now that you go, somebody say, hey, what do you do? I make my team about $300,000 a year minimum in residual income. Sheesh. How does that sound a lot better than, oh, I do $300,000 in sales? I think it hits different because at P5, you have at least 2 P2000s most of the time, right? At least 5 P1000s. And if you have less P2000s, you have a ridiculous amount of P1000s, at least 15 P600s, right? Guys, 60 P150s at P5. Think about how many people making some extra income. And then we have the sweet spot. Boom, you just pop chairman. You feel amazing, right? You're making $10,000 a month plus the bonus. Yes, there's a bonus, right? There's a little bonus every month. So you're making, let's say, around $12,000 a month. I know some of you didn't know that, right? So you're making about $12,000 a month. So let's say you're making a little under 150K a year at Chairman 10. But here's what happens. Oh, it's so much better than what you think. It's so much better than what you think. Because here's what happens. At Chairman 10, you have at least 1 to 2 P5000s. You have about 5 to 6 P2000s, 13 to 14 P1000s, 35 P600s, and just 140 P150s. No big deal. So, guys, as a chairman, you're making your team, right? You're helping your team make $70,000 a month. 70, this is 500 members on the team. Minimum. $70,000 a month. Guys, you're almost making your team $1 million. You're making the team about $850,000 a year. Who feels amazing, right? Who feels amazing knowing that? Like, and this doesn't even include trading or crypto or e-commerce. None of it. None of it. So who now feels a different perspective on chairman? Knowing everything that's coming your way with your team. Think about it. While you make $12K a month, your team makes $70,000. That's almost 6 times more than what you make is what your team makes. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the power of community. And so all of this is leading up to one thing, right? Because the way and the reason we can go even further. You know what? I'm going to go one more rank. Because I think some of y'all might have forgot that we have new chairman in the house. Let's go crazy for our newest chairman, 10, Roberto Vargas and John Adams Rodriguez, because we have a new chairman. We popping chairman now. Things are different. Things are different now. 2 years ago, these guys that I met, they could barely afford to even get to my house. Now they have multiple trade houses in Puerto Rico. Now the team minimum is making $70,000 a month. How do you not almost cry? How do you not feel incredible knowing how many people on the team are winning? P2s, P2s, P5s, P2s, P1s, P6s, P150s. And you know why, guys? Because think about how much time, think about how much value is being poured into people. So ask yourself, do I really feel, not that I'm worth $10,000 a month, but do I feel like I can give $70,000 of value to my team every single month? Am I going to put in that work every single month to make sure my team is making more money every single month? Residually, Forex, crypto, anything that you like to trade. Because that's really what you are. You're not how much you make, you're how much you help your team make. That's really what we're doing here, in case you forgot. And guess what? There are some of you that are P2000 that are making your team hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And that's okay. Because here's what I want you to understand. If you're at P2, if you're at P1, if you're at P600, and you have more than what you need, if you're P2000 and you have 300 people on your team, if you're P2000 and you have 1,000 people on your team, and you're like, I have 1,000 people on my team and I'm still not even making P5, guess what? Your team is. So don't think about, oh, I'm only P2. Think about, I'm making my team at least 70K a month. So next time you start to feel a little victimized about the rank that you're at right now, I want you to feel so good knowing how much you're making your team. I want you to feel showered in abundance, knowing that your team is winning. Because that's why I do this. Is because I need this team to win. Whether you're making money today or you're having breakthroughs today. One of the two are going to happen. Because that I have power over. So, since we have a couple chairmen on this call, I'm going to give you the breakdown. I'm going to show you what Chairman 25 really looks like. Because when you're Chairman 25, when you're really Chairman 25, this is what you're doing. All right, pay attention. This is what you're really doing. At Chairman 25, you're making $25K a month. Right? You personally are making $25K a month plus bonus. So Chairman 25 is really like $30,000 a month. It's not bad, right? $360K a year. I'm not going to complain about it. So, but here it gets better. No, it gets so much better. Because look what happens. You have two Chairman 10, usually. Two Chairman 10. 4, maybe 5 P5000s. 12 P2000s. 32 P1000s. Minimum. We're talking minimum, right? 85 P600s. 85 P600s. And then you have 340 P150s. All of that adds up. And this is what you're doing for your team now. I hope you guys are feeling good. Because now, every single month, you're helping your team make $200,000 a month. $200,000 a month. I'm gonna say you're helping your team make $200,000 a month. Guys, like 200,000. That's over $2 million. Almost $2.5 million you're making your team every single year. That's $1 million value, millions of dollars. That's a millionaire community. And guess what? Tim and I have a little bit over 1,250 people on this team. So guys, this community produces millions for the squad only on residual. And I know you guys are eating trading because if anybody's looked at the crypto chat lately, it's ridiculous. Anybody that traded AVE is up 500% plus minimum in the last 2 months. That's disgusting. Every day, trades are going out through Forex. I don't know what to say, but all I know is this. The reason, and this is, guys, the funny thing is this is just the first half of the session, maybe the first quarter, because I needed you to understand what exactly a rank is. I needed you to forever look at ranks differently. Because every single time now, for example, shout out to Alan Diaz, who just popped P1000. Let's go. Let's go crazy in the chat for the boy. He literally popped P1000 right before this. But you know what is amazing is that it's not that he's making $1,000 a month now. It's that now he's making his team at least $2,400 a month. Sheesh. Think about that. The squad's eating $2,400 a month for the squad. That's incredible. So shout out to you, Alan, bro, because you're really giving it. So here's what I wanted you guys to understand. Forever now, next time you hit a rank, all right, I want you guys to tell me, the next time you see someone hit P2000, what does that really mean? Is it so much that they're making $2,000? But what does it really mean? Who can tell me what P2 at least means minimum? Drop that in the chat for me. I need to see it. What does that mean for the family? How much are they really doing? 8K minimum. Minimum. And you guys know how these ranks work. You never hit them perfectly. So, guys, next time you see a P5 pop, which, by the way, will be like tomorrow, are they making 5K for themselves, or are they putting the family on? 27 bands minimum. Because, okay, oh, I'm making 5K a month. That sounds nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's cute. Trust me. Right? You're doing this full time now. Right? You know, you showed the world that, yeah, I got it. I'm doing it. But guess what? You're making the team. You're making the team over Chairman 25. That's what I'm talking about. P5 is you making the team Chairman 25. Think about that. Hitting Chairman is you making the team Chairman 70. Ain't even a rank for that. Hitting Chairman 25 is you making the team Chairman 250. So look, now let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that after being at P2000 for over a year, do you think that could get frustrating? Do you think there's going to be moments where you get a little frustrated? Because I'm going to show you guys a couple examples here. Right? I'm going to show you guys a couple things. And what I want you guys to understand is this, is that ranks are really funny because it's always, remember this, right? The rank that you're at right now, do not be a victim to it. If anything, be empowered by it, because you're not your rank, right? You are what you do for your team. That's what you really are. Because believe me, there's going to be moments where there's people that are going to outrank you. And if someone outranks you and you're envious, we have things to work on. Because one of the greatest things that could possibly happen is you helping someone get started, or someone on your team making more money than you. Because what does that mean? This system works. If somebody's on your team and they're making more money than you, that's the greatest thing that could possibly happen. That literally proves to the world, hey, look, anybody can do this. Even though I got started a month before you, even though I got started a year before you, even though I got started 3 years before you, guess what? You're worthy. It's not that you're not qualified. It's that now you put in the experience, you put in the work, you set the intention, and you take the action to get it. That's incredible. So next time you think, man, this person really passed me up for real, Damn right they did. Congratulations. Congratulations. Because check this out, guys. There was a moment in time where we hit P2000. Tim and I hit P2000. And I know for a fact we were at P2000 for over a year. Oof. Over a year. Tim, how did that feel, man? P2000 for over a year. Guys, there were moments where I remember I was thinking to myself, I'm chairman. Dude, I'm chairman. Why am I not chairman? I'm P2. Like, what is this? I'm chairman. Like, why? Where are the people? Right? And I kept looking at myself and I kept thinking, man, like, I see people hitting these ranks. I'm smarter than them. I hit people with these ranks. Oh, man, but I trade better than them. And I started to feel sorry for myself for being P2000. And this is what happened. This is what was going on, guys. I didn't take ownership. I didn't respect my rank. I didn't respect it. Because once you respect your rank, and once you respect yourself, then and only then can you disrespect that rank. And you can go and smash P5. And you can go and smash chairman. You want to know why? Because now you're not, when you respect the rank and you know exactly why you're there, that's when you know exactly why you're getting to the next one. I need you, when you respect the rank and you know exactly why you're there right now, that's exactly where the door opens for you to go and blast through to the next one. So if you're not grateful and you don't respect where you are right now and you feel entitled to something else for whatever reason in the world, I need you to take that entitlement and I need you to throw it in the trash. I need you to take that ego and I need you don't recycle it, throw it in the trash. Because that's the exact same reason you are where you are. Because you're so focused on why am I not at the next rank when you should be focused on what do my people need? Because you're focused on, okay, well, I need 90 on this one, 90 on this one, 45 on this one, instead of going, okay, where do I pour in value? Where do I pour in my energy? Who is willing to get to that next level? And what can I do for them? Do you guys think that the people that have hit P2, P5 chairman I got there by accident? Oh, they have a lot of followers. Guys, there's people that have gone and came into this business with millions of followers that didn't even hit P1000. There's levels of leadership that come this way. There's levels of responsibility that you must have. Because if you want P2, you want P5, you want chairman, you want C750, but you don't want the responsibility, then you got to go look in the mirror. Because what the mirror is going to show you is that all you look at is yourself. And you don't see the team around you that makes you who you are. So understand, right? Understand that if you are where you are, that's perfect. And you have to take ownership. You have to take the moment and reflect what brought you there. And you have to realize, okay, what got me here won't take me to where I need to go. So what am I willing to do that I've never done before? What am I willing to do that makes me highly uncomfortable? How do I need to prepare my life so that every single moment I know that I'm earning it? Because the reason you earn the next one is because you've shown your people how to get to the next one too. Again and again and again and again and again and again. So us being at P2000, it took us a year. It took us a year to stop feeling sorry for ourselves. It took us a year to stop looking everywhere else and thinking, oh, look at these people. Come on, man, like we're not there yet. But once collectively, right, we started to pour energy into everyone. We started to train people. We started to show people, okay, this is what leadership is all about, right? We started to teach people, look, when you build in this business, you build based on what they're like and where they are. Because the most important thing in this business is your people. Because without your people, you are absolutely nothing. Without how much you pour into your people, right, you won't make $1 back if you're not making them the dollars. And the way that people make money in this business is becoming more. That's why this company asks us, who will you become? because you need to ask yourself that same questions, and you need to get every single person on your team to be asking themselves that same exact question every single day, because only when you question who you are will you really know who you are. Because you'll stop thinking twice about it. You'll stop eliminating the doubts. You'll stop thinking about the people that are outside that have no idea what this is. You'll stop thinking about them, and you'll start focusing on the people who actually want your attention. You'll start focusing on the people who are begging you, please help me. I want to know what to do next to be better. You'll start helping those people instead of focusing on all the people that have no idea, who have limiting beliefs, who have just a lack of resources. So the people you need to pay attention to are the ones that are already waiting there. So now that you've respected where you are, let's disrespect this comp plan and go to the next one. Because this is what happened, guys, when we got to convention. Whoo, guys, 2019 convention changed the direction of the company forever. This was the most important moment in my mind in IM history, was 2019 Dallas convention. And then after that, every single convention did the same thing. So here's what I want you to understand. And I'm going to show you proof. Right? I'm going to show you proof of what happened. Guys, check this out. Y'all really weren't ready for this kind of energy. So check this out. This is how we showed up to convention. Guys, look how we showed up to convention. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Hold up. So this is how we showed up to convention. Hold on, my bad. You guys are going to lose your mind. So 2019, September 2019, 333 in the squad. All right, so check this out. So we showed up, and this is what we showed up as. Guys, P2000, we had 39,000 volume. This is Sunday, last day of convention. This is the squad. Now, here's what's important. We brought over 100 people, right around 100 people to convention. So we had about 260, 270 people on the team. We brought 100. We said, guys, this is the most important thing you'll ever see. This is the moment where Bob Proctor he decided for the first time in his career, 80 plus years of his life, that he was going to partner up with the company. So this was the moment where not only did we transition as a company and become IM Academy, but Bob Proctor blessed us. And we showed up as P2000, about 260, 270 people on the squad. But we brought 100. We rolled 100 deep to this convention. There was about, I think, 5,000 people there, and we brought 100. So we came through, and this is what happened the last day convention. Look at that. That's 270 people right there. You guys see that, right? 270 people, last day convention. Check this out. Remember, this is called how to go from P2 to Chairman 10 in 20 days. So before I go over this real quick, hold on. Whoa, we're going to pause real quick. Before I go any further, guys, what rank do you want to be? And I need you to write this down, right? What rank do you want to be after convention? After convention, what rank are you hitting? And I need you to write that on your notebook right now. You're going to feel it. Immediately you felt something, right? So write down the rank that you say, okay, after convention, this is it. I'm smashing P5000. I'm smashing Chairman 25. I'm smashing P600. Write that down. Drop them in the chat. Let me see. After convention, what are we doing, guys? Oh, I'm about to give you the recipe. Check this out. All right, guys. So look, you guys are writing it down. Write it down. Make sure you're writing it down in your notebook too. So check it out. So I know that convention is going to be incredible, guys, and there's only going to be 5,000 tickets. I need you to understand this. 5,000 tickets. Now the whole company has been waiting for a convention. There's over 300,000 people in the company. Now there's people in Europe, people in South America. More than likely they can't get here, but I'm telling you, there's no way that the tickets last over 24 hours. I'm just being real. There's no way that they last over 24 hours. And so now I know you're excited now, but after, just know, that's it. So check this out. So the last day of convention, we were at P2000 and we had 39,000 volume, like I showed you guys right here. Okay. Now look at what happened, guys. Literally 3 days later, we hit P5,000. Check it out. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. P5 smacked. Look at this jump in the team. We went from 39,000 volume to 47,400. That's 8,000 jump. That's about 55 people. 55 people in 3 days. 3 days. I'm gonna give you that again. Guys, before we had under 40,000, in 3 days, we jumped 20%. Right? 20% in our account in 3 days. What took us years to do, we did in 3 days. 3 days. Now check it out. I'm just going to show you proof, right? So that was cool. Now look at this. After that happened, everyone was going bananas. Because remember, we brought 100 people to that event. So after that happened, look at this. I'm going to show you something interesting because look what was going on. This is what happens in your team sometimes. Before we got to convention, guys, we were at P2 and we had the same volume for a month. 38, 39, 40, 38, 39, 40, a month. Volume didn't move. We felt like we were going nowhere fast, but what we were actually doing was we were preparing, we were training, we were developing people's mindset, their spirituality. We were just growth. Guys, this right here, what you're looking at, this right here is the symbolism of the bamboo tree. Because remember, the bamboo tree grows underground. Right? And the reason that it's able to grow, and you don't know it's growing, is because the soil is ready, right? Because it's cultivating. Because here's what happened. A bamboo tree is connecting. It's creating its roots deep and deep inside. So you don't see anything happening on the surface. Look at it right here. You didn't see anything happening on the surface. The numbers weren't showing us what was really happening in the team. The team was getting ready. The team was preparing for the perfect moment. For everything to blow up. Because guys, do you know what happens with a bamboo tree? After 6 to 8 weeks, do you know what happens with a bamboo tree? Because I don't think you guys know. It shoots up 90 feet. 90 feet in weeks. So we had months and months of growing underground, seeing nothing on the surface, literally nothing. And then just like that, 90-foot tree just comes out of nowhere. And just like that, right? Just like that is how you actually hit Chairman 10 in this business. Because just like that, we went from convention to chairman in 3 weeks. From P2 to chairman in 3 weeks. Guys, we went from 39,000 volume to cracking 91,000 in 20 days. Because the team is ready. Because the team was prepared. Because the team was trained. Because guess what? Do you want to know why I just showed you what your rank's really worth? Because now all of this is going to make sense to you. Because now every single time you want to build, because you know you're helping people get to where they want to go. Because you know they're developing themselves. Because you know they're getting times in on the charts. You know that they're able to do things so much different in their lives now, and they look at themselves different. Look at this, guys. We almost tripled the team in 3 weeks. Guys, we did more in 3 weeks than we had done the last 3 years. And that is what you call a quantum leap. So the reason that you probably didn't believe that you can get there is because maybe you never saw it. So now you have no excuse. You've seen P2 to chairman in front of you, 3 weeks. Who's going chairman? Who's going chairman? You just saw the volume. Guys, this was before all the systems that we had. This is before all these amazing chats. This is before about, guys, look at this. Who is ready? I know there's so many P2000s in this right here right now. And you know what's awesome? The event doesn't start for 6 more weeks. How many people are popping P2 before we even get there? We just had Alan pop P1. I guarantee you, I'll put money on the line that Alan hits P2 before we get to convention. Anybody who's P1 right now, if you're not P2 by convention, I'll be shocked. Anyone who's P6 right now, P2 by convention, I don't see why not. Because if we can go from, because look at this, right? Well, that's 91,000. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That's about 650 people. So we tripled the team. And I believe you can triple yours. Even more. Because now we're so much more prepared. The systems, right? The educators. Look at this. It's right in front of you. The numbers don't lie. Screenshot this if you need to. It's right there in front of you. P2, P5, that's a wrap. P2 to P5, just like that. So here's how we do it. Here's how every single person here gets to where they want to go. You ready for it? Because this is where the training really starts. Oh, y'all thought I was done? No, this is where the training really starts. Because look at this. The convention is March 26th to 27th, right? March 26th and 27th. So you have about 6 weeks. Every single human being that's on this call right now needs to buy their flights to Dallas, Fort Worth, because that's where the event's going down, in the Dickey Arena. March 26th and March 27th. Because check this out. If you went from P2 to chairman in 20 days, guys, I'm telling you what right now, y'all are better than us. I'm being real. You guys are incredible at what you do. Outrank me, please. 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 Because here's what's going to happen. You guys are about to do some incredible things. Because now I'm going to give you the secret. And this is exactly what you do to get to where you want to go. Because look, you guys want to hit some ranks? Let me show you something really incredible. Everything and to where you go after convention all depends on how many people get there. Everything comes down to how many people get to convention. So check this out. Because remember, 2019, September 15th, we hit 39,000 volume. By October 10th, chairman was smashed. Chairman was smashed. So look, what rank will you become after March Madness? So here's how you hit rank. Guys, on average, for every person that goes to convention, 3 to 5 are going to join your team. For every single person that goes to convention, 3 to 5 are going to join your team for every person that goes. So if on your mind you go, man, I'm going to hit this P600. Like, this is mine. P6, that's mine. That's right. This is what you need to do. As a P600, if you want to smash P600, 3 to 5 people, they're going to the event. Plain and simple. 3 to 5 people are going to the event. All right. P6 is done. So check this out. P1, if you wrote down P1000, 10 to 15 people need to get to that event. 10 to 15 people to hit P1000. Now, guys, does that sound difficult? Does that sound like something difficult to do? Hey, 10 to 15 people on your team. And remember, you have 6 more weeks. So by then, you're going to have an even bigger team. So 10 to 15 people to hit P1. So everyone that dropped, right, in the chat that said P1 after convention, that's all you got to do. Bring 10 to 15, and you're smashing the life out of P1 after convention. But you know what? I know a lot of people, you're going for a little more. P2000, right? So if P2000, if that's in your line of sight, check this out. As long as you bring 25 to 30 people to convention, P2 is a wrap. It is a wrap. I just showed you the numbers. So if you want to smash P2, bring 25 to 30 people. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Guess what? P5, you like the sound of P5? Look, 50 to 75, 50 to 75 people on the squad. You rolling deep. 50 to 75. P5 is smashed. Puerto Rico, where you at? We got a lot of P2s. We got a lot of P1s. You bring 50 to 75 of your squad to Dallas. It's done. That's done. P5 is a wrap. PR, ¿dónde están? Look, 50 to 75. Guys, chairman? Y'all want to smash chairman? 100 people. I already showed you. I already told you. 100 people. Hey, where are these P2s and P5s and chairman? You bring 100 people to Dallas, you're hitting chairman. You're hitting chairman no matter what. You're smashing the life out of chairman. That's it. That's it. We got like 17 P2000s, a couple P5s. And guess what? P2s and P5s and chairman. You want to hit C25? Cool. Bring 200, 250 people. Bring 200 to 250 people to Dallas. March 26th and 27th. Chairman 25 is done. And the reason I know this, is because I've done it. It's because Tim's done it. It's because we have done it. Every time. Every single time. So check this out. As a squad, guys, we're going over 1,000 deep. Easily. We're going over 1,000 deep. Are you serious? So now, if you want to hit chairman 50, you're bringing 400 to 500 people on your squad. 400 to 500 people on your squad. Who's ready for it? Who's in? Who's got it? Okay. So look, I'm going to make it easier for you. Because now you're thinking, whoa, okay, that's okay, cool. I get it now. I know this is my goal. This is my target. But I'm going to make it one step easier for you. If you want to go P2000, and that means you're going to bring 5 to 30 people to convention, which convention, guys, you can get to meet the most amazing people in the world, right? You get to see some of the greatest traders, some of your favorite leaders, right? The people that you've been seeing on the screen for so long. You get to feel the energy of 5,000 people all building towards the same thing, which is just growth, personal growth, seeing a new type of lifestyle, right? Being around the right vibrations. Guys, feeling that there's nothing better. Because here's the thing, what's more important isn't the convention. It's what happens from now to the convention and then after the convention. That's the most fun that's going to happen. Because guess what? If you want to hit P1000, if you want to hit, let's say P2000, and that's 25 to 30 people, here's how you do it. Right? If you're looking right now and you're going P2, that's it. That's a wrap. P2. And that's 25 to 30 people. This is what you have to do. Talk to your team and ask them, who here thinks they can bring 3 to 5 people to convention? Right? When you ask your team, if you're thinking P2 and you got your own team, right? Do you think as a P2, you think that you right now can have 5 to 7 people, right? That say, I'm going to bring 3 to 5 people to convention. If you can do that, then you can smash P2000 because it's not about you bringing everybody. It's you and your team. That's right. Does that sound crazy? No. If you want to hit chairman 10, what do you have? You have to find out how many people on my squad want to hit P6. You want to hit P6? Dope. Bring 3 to 5 people. So as a chairman, if you want, you're smashing chairman 10, you need, right? You need 20 to 30 people that go, I'm smashing P600. 20 to 30 people that tell you, I'm going to smash P600 at this after this convention, then those people are going to bring 3 to 5 people. And that's how you get it done. So now, after everything I just told you, after everything I just broke down, does hitting these ranks, does it feel all of a sudden a lot more doable. Are you guys getting this feeling like, yo, it's already done? So let me ask you something now. Go back to that notebook. Go back to that notebook. And remember, before this training, you wrote down a rank. You wrote down a rank. Now, right now, are you reconsidering that rank? You think maybe you could put another rank in there? Who right now is going to tell me, you know what? With what I just heard and what I just saw, yeah, I think it's time for a different kind of rank. Who's with me? Who's doing it? Or who stayed the same? Because from what I see, I think everybody just leveled up. I think every single person just leveled up. So let me tell you. Tell me. Put in the chat. What did you just go from? Because I know some of you just went from P6 to P2. I know some of you just went from P2 to chairman. Before this training, you're like, all right, cool. After convention, I'm gonna hit P1. Now you're like, after convention, I'm hitting P5. P6 to P1. Who else jumped? From P6 to P5. That's a jump. Belief. Let's go. Let me see it. Put it in the chat. Because I want you to write down in that notebook that you just wrote it down. I want you to write down, what's the new one? What's the new one? P6 to P2, P6 to C10, P150 to P2. Because look, this isn't so, because here's why this works. Because the more people that get to convention, the paradigm that they get to shift. They get to be around a different level of vibration because you don't leave those conventions the same. Anybody who's been to a convention before, drop it in the chat. Tell me, how do you feel after this convention? What is it like? From unranked to P2, from nothing to P1. I love it. And here's why. It's life-changing. But here's what I want you to understand, because this is what really happened. This was the actual training that I just gave you. Was this. Is that at one point, literally 30 minutes ago, you told me a certain rank. 30 minutes ago, you said, yeah, P1, I got this. You wrote it down, P1000. You wrote it down. And when you write something down, that's powerful, right? You're affirming your reality. And then I gave you 15 to 20 minutes of information, 15 to 20 minutes of perspective. And look what happened to what you wrote down. You scratched it out and you wrote something entirely new. You probably doubled or tripled, not your income, but your team's income. Because if you wrote, you know what, I'm going from P6, instead of being P6 after convention, I'm going to be P2 after convention. You went from making your team $450 a month to $8,000 a month, right? Because before, when I asked you what rank do you want to be after convention, and you wrote P1000, that's $2,400 for your team. But after I just gave you this information, then you wrote, you know what, P1000 after convention? That's not true. P5000 after convention. That sounds about right. Now your team went from making $2,400 a month to $27,000 a month. And the only thing that happened was 15 minutes. The only thing that happened was that new information came your way, an entirely different perspective came your way, and the limits of what you thought was possible crumbled. Because I showed you, I gave you the numbers, P2 to chairman in 20 days. I showed you. So you never know when you're going to hear that sweet sound that changes the way you look at life forever. You never know when someone's going to come into your life that changes the direction of your life forever. You're never going to know when that one reflection that you have changes the way you are for the rest of your life. Because right now, you just doubled, tripled, quadrupled, 10x'd what you and your team is going to be making just because of information that was given to you for 15 minutes. an entirely different perspective that you didn't know was out there. So stop expecting and start being. Because the reason, right, that we don't make these crazy jumps is because we're too logical. And you can't be logical in a world that's illogical. Because nothing happens the way you think it's going to happen. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. So let it happen. Because the reason you're not making this quantum leap in your life yet might be because you're just not letting it. So stop being the resistance and let it happen. Think about that. Your notebook right now is telling you exactly how your mind just changed, exactly how your mind just stretched, just like that. So who feels good about convention right now? Who's ready to go? Who knows it's time? It's your time, right? Because all I see right now are 290 chairmen in this chat. Why? Because you know that you can give your team that you're going to be providing over $70,000 a month. That's how much money you're going to be making your squad every single month. 70 bands minimum. Pre-trading. Sheesh. Guys, I know those FTMOs are looking good. So look, every single person, y'all need to be buying your flights yesterday to Dallas Fort Worth. Because the moment that Matt and Jay drop the tickets to convention, March 26, March 27, they're going to be gone like that. So do not wait. Do not hesitate. This is a wrap. Guys, I'm so happy and grateful, right, that we have over 1,000 people at convention. I'm so happy and grateful that we popped 10 chairmen after convention. I'm so happy and grateful that we're popping 20 P5. Guys, this is going to be insanity. And I'm so excited because everybody's ready for it, because everybody's aligned, because everybody is taking action with the right intentions and a limitless intensity. So guys, if you're ready to receive, if you're ready to give, then let's go get it. I'm so happy and grateful to see each and every single one of you at the event. Guys, pass this information over to your teams. If you just had a breakthrough, share that with your team. If you're ready to hit the next one, the next rank, guys, bring the amount of people that I just told you. You want to go chairman? You really want to go chairman? All you have to do is bring 100 people to convention. Guys, I love you, and I'll see you in Dallas.